Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crisis169, aka Mark, coming to you with another live stream. Power Spectrum Internet and YouTube itself. I'm here. You're there. Now let's get on to it. Let's figure out what's going on today with situations. And I'd like to thank my YouTube channel, YouTube itself, my subscribers, and a shout out again to Gamers Nexus, Power Unboxing, J2 Cents, Iceberg Tech, the Axeman, Digital Foundry, Toasty Bros, and Paul's Hardware. These gentlemen, and also the gaming community, PC community, and PC building, has given me a lot of pointers and also a lot of drive to do this. So now, today is my thousandth video upload or creating, and it's very interesting. I started this channel back in June 2013, not thinking I'd go anywhere with this channel, but about 13 years later, I am at 281 subscribers, rocking towards 300, and I thank you guys for that. But first foremost, if you're new to the channel, like what you see, I have over 1,000 videos you can watch. If you're new to my channel, there's plenty of videos down there to watch. Um, there's nothing down there that you can't watch. That's not really anything bad to watch. I do have some videos that are rated M, and I put that in the description down below. And some of them, a lot of them I don't, because I don't have children on my videos anyway. I don't want children on my videos. I don't want have them watching my videos because that's how I am. But I had another message for somebody in Messenger, and keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. This is how I I go through messages you guys give me on YouTube, but also on Messenger. My first and last name are my Facebook page. You'll find me. I have two accounts. For some reason, I have two accounts. I'm trying to delete the other one, but my main one is what I use, and you can message me, and I will get to them when I can. In most cases, I'm usually faster on Messenger than on YouTube, because YouTube I get a lot of messages, a lot of things going on, and it's hard to go through all of them. So any real special ones, um, due to you want anything to talk about or me do any videos on, I will research them. I got this today, a few hours ago. I researched a little bit. And the question is there a way to build or buy a pre-built gaming PC for $1,000 plus? The answer is yes. There are some of them. I'm opening some tabs right now, looking right now at the usual suspects. Best Buy, obviously, one of them. You can go to a store. Walmart, another one. Um, mm, uh, um, have in town here. I'm trying to figure out what we have in town here, and and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out what we have here. Best Buy, um, Newegg, obviously. Places like that you can go and look at things. Gaming desktop. Best Buy right here. I get it to load up when it wants to. Thank you. Walmart. PC, obviously here too. And Newegg. Gaming. PCs too as well. And also a new one. And Falcon Northwest would be another online one we use. Um, I haven't used Falcon Northwest before, so I don't know sure how well it's going to be, but we'll figure it out when we get around here to do kind of stuff with this. I mention this because we need to understand this stuff. Buying pre-builts are different than they were back in the past, more expensive because, once again, chip shortages. There is some and VRAM issues. There's some light that certain data centers, certain companies have trouble with RAM. They're losing money, billions and millions of dollars. Hopefully, maybe that helps slow down the consumption of DDR5 RAM. It doesn't look like it's going to stop it completely, but where some reports I've been reading and some, Fox Business and CNBC and Bloomberg, I've been watching a lot of that stuff, trying to get an idea. A lot of these companies like Google and um, AMD and Nvidia having some issues with their uh, return from putting a lot of money towards the data centers, data centers, and it could have some effect on their overall RAM. Gobbling up all the RAM, DRAM. That could be a good thing for us. We'll figure it out. Please stay tuned to Gamers Nexus, J2 Cents, myself, Hardware Unboxing, and the rest of us will figure it out. They'll get information. I get information usually off PC World and other things like CNBC and Fox Business, Bloomberg. I get a lot of business stuff. I get a lot of business stuff. They get a lot of technical stuff to people I mentioned. So it's kind of trying to do little tech stuff, but also business because it is a business. The data centers, the data centers are businesses. And these companies I mentioned are businesses. So I'm trying to keep the business side of it and let the bigger YouTubers do all the tech side because that's what they're really good at. I'm good looking at business and understanding where it's going. Okay. Now, Best Buy pre-built can range from $1,000 more. There's one here, Cyber Power PC, 5500 RX 6500 XT. It's garbage. I wouldn't even look near that. Um, there's some, but not a lot. Of $1,000 or more. 5060, 8 gigabyte, 8 gigabyte gaming rig here. Asus. Um, looking to see if it has two sticks or not. You can't tell because I ain't gonna show you, obviously. It's quite sad. I ain't gonna show you inside the damn rig. But 60 gigabytes of RAM, DDR5, I do believe. Obviously, I'm not gonna show you DDR4 unless they really want to be cheap about it. But even that ain't cheap now. Um, I'll stay away from the Cyber Power Game PC 6500 XT 4 gigabyte. I wouldn't even go near that. I wouldn't even look at it in its direction. Yes, it's under $1,000, but it's not worth anything for you. And also, the person's name is actually another M. I call him M. This person M because person's name M. I mean, I don't use people's full names because I don't want them because they could be subscribers, not subscribers. This person said they are a new subscriber, so I'm gonna keep it at that. But yeah, so if you're watching this and this person said they're gonna watch it when I come live, so if you're on there watching it, hey, cool. If you're not, that's awesome. You watch later on. But yeah, BestBuy.com has a lot of them over $1,000. A lot of them, you can, but it's going to be very difficult. You can get one probably for $1,000, but you're going to be pretty much relegating yourself to a real cheap gaming rig with something in it. If you can buy something with a little more zazz, get a little more money involved, you probably get a little better rig. I'm trying to figure out here. All discount items, not really discounts on them. Wish this would be a little easier to use. Um, 5060 Ti. There is some Ti 8 GB Ti's. Not a lot of 16 gigabytes, and if they are, they're going to be outrageous. There's one here, 16 gigabyte. That's $18.99. It's 2,000, almost $1,900. There's not a lot of pre-built PCs you're going to be finding for a good price. $750-$900. There's only two of them here. $750 to $999. One is 56 Ti, 8 GB with 60 gigabytes of RAM. It's ViperTech, and there's an Asus one that I said earlier. That's 5060 Ti, 969. Is 8 GB. Both of them have 8 GB. But if you do 1,000 to 1,200, that's where you get a little better selection. You get i5, obviously, Ultra 7, 5060s, DDR5s, stuff like that. And there's one here, Viper, the one I saw earlier. ViperTech. Liquid Cool, 5060 Ti, 5060 Ti, 8 GB cards. I mean, the person didn't say that, they cared about the VRAM issue right now. They could be looking for anything they get their hands on, like a lot of people are right now. But Walmart.com, I'm on right now, has gaming rigs for $559, but they're going to be RX 560s. They're garbage. 2060, 6 GB is not bad, but in today's point of view, I wouldn't go any less than that. I wouldn't go less than that. Say $1,000. Let's say 9. Let's say 8. So 932. Keep it up there. Now you have one here, AVGPC from Walmart.com, Ryzen 5 5000X 6 core with a 5060 8 GB for $949. And there's a new Xbox Ally that's gonna be $1,000 easy. And let's take a look at Newegg. $1,000. Let's say show more. Let's say $750, $1,000. Apply a Newegg right now. We got pre-builts right now. It's loading. It's gonna be a little different, guys, with these here. Come on, Newegg. Come on, what you guys doing? There you go. There you go. Okay, let's see what we have right here. $750 to $1,000 budget. 5060, 8 GB, 16 GB of RAM. Now it'll probably be one RAM stick, probably. These will probably have one RAM stick, 16 GB RAM. And if it's DDR5, like a lot of them are, and most DDR5s are going to be, dual channel stick. If you do DDR4, it's a single channel. But it's not terrible. I mean, they're not terrible, but $5 off with promo code, limited time offer on this ABS one. But really, it's not terrible. I mean, you're not going to get, a powerhouse type of rig here. Now I'm on Falcon Northwest. I'm going to close off the rest of these tabs here. I think that this is the ultimate pre-built. You can build your own here, I do believe. J2 talk about this stuff a lot. Sport desktops. There's Fragbox. Total part. Let's just use a regular one here. Configuration. $4,000. Damn, that's $4,000 for this stuff. That's gonna be, it's gonna be a lot of money. I mean, M wants to look at different ones here, and there's a lot of money in this stuff. I mean, uh, a lot of money in this kind of stuff here. There is a lot of money in those. Pre-built market, and they're over $4 grand. A lot of these are $4 grand models, and you can probably build your own. So I'm gonna figure out here. Like I said, it's new. I haven't been to Falcon Northwest before, so I'm gonna just choose something here. Let's choose one here, and hopefully let's break it down a little bit here. Let's break it down a little bit here. Yeah, the memory is going to be standard. Video card. Safe Sun is 5070, 5080. Damn. I mean, Falcon Northwest is really expensive. Processor. You really can't go cheap on this stuff here. 97. Save some money on it though, but let's check that one here. 9600X. Might be the best one to get your hands on. A lot of this stuff is just so expensive, so weird to me. Yeah, that is rough. Falcon Northwest was more expensive than I thought. $5,000 for that. So personally, and I spoke with him before. I told him that it's going to be rough. $1,000, you can get a good one for $1,000, decent one. My gaming rig was built by brother-in-law and sister about 6 years ago, and they went the route of going online and buying parts online. Once again, I'm gonna go here. Let's go to Newegg and build custom built PC here. This is Newegg custom PC builder. You choose one of these cool cases. Most cases you want a mid-tier one, stuff like that. AMD or Intel, depending what you want. You go on here, you go from 5500 to 800 XT. This is all AMD stuff too, as well as AM4, I believe. Some of the AM4 stuff. And you can build your own through Newegg and figure out what you want to do with it. But I want to try, I wish I can show you more about this, but it's hard to do. View pre-built. Oh, it's out of stock, obviously. Usually is. Select your components here. CPU. Do you really want AM5 or AM4? I would probably go with AMD. If you wanted to save money. Free Roswell cordless air duster with purchase. And cooler with purchase. Ryzen 7800 XT. It's AM4, obviously. That's $212. Already $1,000. 2.6 8GB DDR4, $154. 1040 1045. That includes a Ryzen 5800X T, case, panels, XT Pro, Mid Tower Gaming Classic, ASRock Pro, 850 power supply, T-Force, Microsoft Windows digital download, $138. You can probably get cheaper somewhere else, but whatever. Motherboard is a ASRock B450 AM4 monetary B4. It's not too bad. You can go here on Newegg. Looks like you can get the better one here on Newegg. And that'll be the best way to go. Do it that way, and you can build it at home and stuff. But you want to buy pre-built, their M is going to be more expensive. Anybody out there who's looking to, it's not just for M too as well. Person named M, but it's also for anybody too who's also looking for a, to get into the PC market, PC gaming. It is rough out there, folks. It's very rough out there and very congested with all this going on. Falcon Northwest was just totally off the charts. $5,000 just for one. Saw one for $10,000. I know. Jake's 2 cents. Likes him a lot. Of course, Jake can afford that kind of stuff because he's been around a lot longer than I have on YouTube. But obviously, he has bills too, like everybody else. No one is bill free around here. But also true though, it does bring in situation at hand where it's game PC is going to cool off a little bit here. I think gaming PCs are going to cool off a little bit because of this. Now, how much they cool off will be anybody's guess. But if you're watching this like later on down the line, don't get discouraged about it. You can go on Newegg and build your own, or you can buy a pre-built and just enjoy that. I say go to Best Buy. You did mention that you live not too close to a Micro Center, maybe about an hour away, and that's closer you can get. Because mine, close to me, is about 10 hours away. So if you have one that's close like that, I would probably just suck it up. Bring some soda or a sandwich or whatever with you, and just have a friend go with you and just travel on down to Micro Center, or up to Micro Center, depending on where you live at. Really, you said you're close to one, about an hour and a half away, and that's really not bad for a Micro Center, location. If you get there, you probably find a better deal Micro Centers. I can't really go online because I don't have one near me. I live in Clarkston, Tennessee. I guess people in Tennessee haven't figured out how soap and water work yet, and Micro Center's like, nah, we ain't gonna put no damn thing down there in Tennessee because they haven't figured out how to use soap and water yet. So, and I agree with them. Tennessee is not really a tech savvy state. It's getting there, but it's not there yet. If you get one in Nashville, be supportive. But anyway, though, yeah, you did mention Micro Center. I did say you also had Best Buy too, and a Sam's Club, and a Costco that just opened. We got a Costco here. How that tells the story, it tells your problem. It doesn't. It's just a topic comment here. But that's something I would probably do is go to Micro Center first. Then work your way out. Like a spider weapons, work your way out, see what you can find. Because you're determined to buy a pre-built because you said that you can build it, but it's, you're kind of nervous. Hey, I'm the same boat you are. You have friends who do it, but they're busy like you a lot. So I would probably go with a pre-built. Try to say $1,000, and if you can squeeze out an extra $200 to $500 more in your budget, you probably get a better one. Like me, I went and bought a 5060 Ti 16 gig, cost $525 back in December. It's probably probably $700 now. But if you go to Micro Center and you find one of the open boxes or discontinued ones, refurbished ones, graphics cards that you work with your budget, you probably get a decent one. You you told me you didn't mind if it was used or not. You just want a pre-built something, and if you can find a pre-built, refurbished, 3080 Ti, whatever, for a decent price, go for it. I mean, at this point in time, find anything you can get your hands on to really get into it. But you don't want to buy something like, like a 50, like a 56 and like 700 XT or a 2060, non-super or super, because those cards could be going out soon. Now, with the updates, could be wrapping up with those pretty quickly eventually with driver updates. So I would probably stay away from the 20 series only because of how long they've been out. 30 series should be good for a couple more years, but you got to buy used, and buying used is kind of rough unless you go to a Micro Center, a place and you say your friends go to Micro Center a lot, and you trust them. So I'll probably just suck it up and go to Micro Center, and then I'll go from there. If you can order, if you have one, they do sell their own pre-built gaming rigs up there, so maybe better going that route. Worst case scenario, you go to the Geek Squad and Best Buy, and they can build you one too as well. You just buy the parts and they assemble it, and then you come pick it up when you're ready to go. So there's options out there. Falcon Northwest, I just put it in there to make sure and see. When I saw, damn, $5 grand, like, nah, that's 4,000 more than hell I would pay. And my rig cost me 1,700 to build the first time around, and upgrading it like another 4 or 5 grand in that. So it slowly went up in price, but it was already. But yeah, I would probably go to, like you said, Micro Center. Buy a pre-built there because warranties are gonna be good at Micro Center. Obviously, your friends go there. You told me about that. We talked about it for a while this morning. Um, I would go that route and really just make a commitment. If you want to do, if you can squeeze out an extra $300-400, that's cool. If you set at $1,000, then you get whatever you get. If you get like a 50, if you get like a 40, 60, 8 GB pre-built, now that's all you can get. If you get a 40, 60, 16 GB pre-built, a little better, but that's what you can get. You know, if you have to go AM4, go AM4. But get something. He told me you wanted something that was get you going, and it'll get you going. It'll get you going. So I hope I helped you out there, Em, and whoever else out there looking to build pre-built or looking to get to build something. There is options out there. You just got to be very clever and very patient. You're going to have to get low end stuff and low ball a little bit, but you'll get there. Okay. So thank you guys for watching my video. And you guys are watching my 1,000th video. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. God bless you.